Hey, hope you guys all having a good one. Welcome back to another video, or devlog, I guess, in particular. Um, today, not today, I should probably say this week, or this week that has been, is really going to be the last week we're gonna have, I guess, before we need to start worrying about submission. So I'm just gonna bring up some stuff, uh, quickly. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I forgot to bring all my stuff up. Here we have some, I guess, work in progress, some task logs of some stuff. So first things first, I will take us through the game and its current position, I guess. Just clicking play. Assume everything will work nice. There we go. Got an awesome I don't know if you guys could see that, as sometimes it takes a little bit, but we have the awesome Tomb Arride popping up. Thank you, Ruben. So as you can tell, we've got it all implemented. Remy's made an awesome background, and Ayub's been working on getting the, title screen main menu looking pretty damn flash. So pretty happy with it. Okay, controls are in here, albeit they're not updated ones, so it's still nice, controls, W for, and, up arrow. So, we've got support for both arrow keys and WSD. So for those of you who are left-handed, albeit with a bit of asking around of left-handed people and, doing a bit of research on forums, we have found out, though, that most left-handed people still use the default mouse things. Ignore the red thing. I'm running out of power on my mouse. But, yeah, so I guess, yeah, we've come to the conclusion that regardless, we'll keep left mouse button to be the firing button and, the default clicking button. But in all fairness, I think if you are, swapping out the buttons anyway on Windows, it would change out the controls anyway, so it would just be inverted and it should work naturally anyway. There are some minor things here with this, the drop shadow being quite light as opposed to more realistic, I don't know, realistic, not really, but more preferred approach of darker. I fixed that. It seems it hasn't been implemented, but there's a couple things that you're gonna start seeing and go, yeah, I'll go, not fixed yet, or I guess not been implemented, but still has been completed. So I will get back to a lot of that. But yeah, we have the back button. Credits not in here yet. I will be working on the credits, I think, later tonight or tomorrow, which also won't be in the game by then, but at least it'll be made. And yeah, so now we've got tutorial and play for the main levels. So just loading into the tutorial. A lot of it will be pretty similar to where I last showed us, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Nice transition. We've changed that to be, but mainly Ayub, I think, has changed that to be dark. It was either Ayub or Remy, I cannot remember. So it's the same old. We have the plan, having text, WASD to move if you didn't read the controls, push the yellow blocks into the red markers. I don't think I have it saved on Discord. We're having a chat all together. Chris has been working on some awesome, tiles that explain stuff like, the player needs to move these, shooting enemies will stop them, so forth. Though, can't seem to find it, so I would assume that he didn't upload it and it must have been in a group call and we must have just been sharing a screen. But we do have plans for maybe some text and some tiles and some stuff like that to, show off how, I guess, the game is, to be played. We have a couple updates, such as, for some reason this looks really dark, but it's not black. That's interesting, unless this is still very outdated. Interesting. Anyway, I've made some outlines for these instead of it being a bit different where all, the main interactable objects have a black outline, or most black outline. It's a bit weird that the coins don't, but we do have I have fixed that since. And whoa. Sorry, you guys missed that. Sorry, let me just see what this is. Variable Object Tutorial Manager Room. Apparently we have a bug that crashes it. Tutorial Manager. Line 21. If room. Oh, I know the issue. We have the names of these have been changed, but they're not set. So let me just quickly change that. Tutorial 3, for example. So here's a situation where I had I was talking to somebody, and they're talking about how they disliked coding, and they're like, oh, why are we needing to code when it's not a coding course, stuff like that. I understand, not everybody likes it, but also I wouldn't be able to fix it if I didn't know how to code. I'm not great at coding, but it's a pretty, you should be able to read debug messages and be able to make simple changes. Like all it's saying is, room tutorial was not set. Why is it not set? Because there is no room to level 3. It's now named tutorial 3. So it must have been changed, and I think I recall seeing somebody had fixed that, but I don't think it's been pushed. Once again, I don't think you guys will see that, but you have an opening screen, so once again, playing the tutorial. That's an interesting one. I'll bring that up, but ignore the lack of... We have these... Whoa. This is not great. Wow. Sorry. Let me check the fork. Splash screen, minor credits. We seem to be missing more than I was originally remembering. Let me open up these tutorials. Come on. So this pink one should be an X, and you push the thing into the X and it stops. That's why I pushed it to the corner and was surprised that nothing was happening. For some reason the goal's not working. I'm guessing the code for these hasn't been fully finished. There's no errors or anything like that. Guess let's see if I can play the other levels then, or if those are also going to be a bit iffy. As of... The pause button wasn't also working either. So as of when we last played it on Friday, it was working fine, and so forth. So I'm just a bit bewildered. Pause is working here now. Must have been a bug. So we do have this one. So we now have level saving, which is good. I think I and O, I can quickly test that. So if I go I for save, and then if I go escape, quit. I don't know if these are the right buttons, so this is something that I'm going to be finding out. Play. and we have 1 again, which effectively refers to 1 level being complete. So I'm glad that that's working. I can also press O to reset it. But yeah, we're working on this a little bit. But you wouldn't see this in the end, but that just determines how many levels complete. Remy has had made a thing where, you know, when the levels have been unlocked and you've completed enough levels, then, you know, you unlock each next level. So, you know, you can't go straight to level 4, for example. Here's level 2. They're all pretty samey. Not samey, but I mean in the sense of samey is, if you've seen our last devlogs, you would have seen a lot of these before. Now here's some of the newer ones that Ruben has been working on. Kind of stuff for myself here. Hey. Interesting, that took me... Sorry, let me just redo that. Is there something... Ah, I must have missed that. So there's gold coins to pick up there, let's go. I must have missed that. Level 4. I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have a level 5 yet. Nor the buggy guys. Yeah, I don't know how... This one is good, but the concept of it is good, but in practice it might not work completely. In the sense of the way it's meant to go, we can maybe get rid of that. And then... draw them away because we haven't fixed that bug yet. Let's get these. Interesting. So you need all of these in to complete. Interesting. I don't know that. Then 4 won't work. I know that. But yeah. So that's pretty much where we're sitting at now. That's interesting. I might need to report back on some of those now that I think about it. I'll probably send over this video once I'm done. But that's interesting. Yeah, maybe we rework that a little bit. I'm just thinking, for reference, if I end up sending this to you guys, if we just remove this and this block, then, you know, you have to go around, then I think that would be better. As we want to fix it to the point where you don't need all blocks in, but that seems like coding that's just going to be a bit annoying in comparison to just deleting these 2 objects. So yeah, anyway, you guys have been doing a very good job. We made some pretty good progress. So that's the game itself. I'm going to run us through some new stuff that we're working on. We have a nice cursor. If you guys have seen my last game, you probably would have seen something very similar to that, if not the same. I don't know if it's the exact same, but I went for the same design. Title screen, we have the animation of the mummy. I don't know if I was showing this. I think I showed it last time. I don't know if there's too much else. Like, we got seed, which is going to be what the enemies shoot, the players shoot, I should say. I don't think there's too many more assets that I've made, at least. Sorry, that's a separate project that I'm working on. Let me bring up our Discord. Yep. Just looking through some assets, and some sound effects and whatnot that I've been gathering and I guess fixing and suiting for our game. I don't think there's too much else here, just some stuff that we've been gathering, but we have a coin pickup. I'm pretty sure I had some prior, so here's some you know, I guess sound bites that we're going to be using, and there will be the background music which I'll show. But yeah, so it's going to be the block moving. Sounds like a block moving. It's firing. Ignore those. Where are we? Background track I'll play last. We got the character hit. Kind of like a squish, you know, we're going for a bit of a squishy sound. Like kind of like the, you know, the shell breaking, because he's a bug, right? The mummy hit. Just standard. And a bug walk. Don't know how well these pick up. There are also different like loudnesses, but you can change it in Game Maker, so it's a bit hard for me to just. I mean, technically it might not be too hard, but I feel like it's just going to be more simple to play around, because some things you might want louder, some things you might want quieter, so it might be just a bit easier to mess around with it in Game Maker. Even I could do it myself, so the other guys aren't wanting to do that. Here's the background track by my friend Amy. She didn't make it for this, but regardless, we are using it as it fit our game, and she gave us, you know, permission to. Awesome. So that's the background track. References, you know, feel free to pause it. These are all the references if any of you guys want anything. I'm not going to reference in here, but when I create the credits, you know, these will be referenced there. So yeah, I don't think there's too much else to really say. I'll go over here. I don't think there's too much else in there. If I go into, I guess the only other thing that I would say would be going through some of these journals and stuff. We've been doing a bunch of playtesting, just asking a bunch of people for, you know, feedback, you know, things to improve, things to work on. As of this week, what have we done? Good question. Wednesday, Ruben added some new levels, new title screen added. Toby searched for music sound effects. Yep, I went over that. Remy made a background. Nice work, Remy. There was a playtesting. That was a painful thing to write up. Which I don't think we have anything else for our second lot. Nope. I'll be sending these out on Wednesday, so they're probably not going to be too much to show until Wednesday. But I was debating today whether I recorded this or not, as it's kind of like play with some music again. Sorry. But yeah, I was debating whether I recorded this, because I'm like, we've made progress, but not too much progress that that is like visible. But you know, the more that I think about it, we have made good progress. It's more just there's still, I don't know. It's really hard, because it's like whenever I want to record something, or whenever I'm wanting to show something, or like, you know, we want to show our game, there's always like that extra 20% that isn't in there that we just haven't implemented. So I always struggle to, you know, record these sometimes, and sometimes we make some big progress. It's just a lot of our progress that I can show isn't on there at the moment, such as some animations, the soundtracks, stuff like that. It's like, you know, the coders also have a lot of stuff that they've worked on. I mean, we have like teleporting and stuff like that now, or, you know, climbing upstairs, depending on how we want to design it. But it's kind of like, you know, we have all these things that hasn't been pushed to fork, so I don't have access to it. We also have some assets and stuff that hasn't been implemented yet. So, you know, take everything with a grain of salt, I guess. But, you know, we've done a good job. Chris made a save load function, pretty tricky, not gonna lie. I filled out some playtests, went through feedback. I've implemented tutorial leveling properly because it wasn't great prior. Remy added, suggested that bullets be rechargeable, which I think will probably be implemented if we have the time. I updated some control thing that's just updated. There's lots of iteration on a lot of the artwork. Remy worked on some art, not sure what that was again. Ruben yada yada. Oh yeah, Ruben's doing a title animation. So when the game starts up, there might be a little animation and it will just look smooth, or maybe we just implement it to the main screen. Don't know. Depends on how, what's gonna work out the best. We have a new setup for fork, which is still the same, it's still the same stuff, but now we have a heap more branches. So, I have my own branch, for example, where I can just start pushing my own stuff. So, effectively, the way that it all works is... Okay, no, that is all of us. The way that it just works now is we all have our own branches that we push into, and AU will combine it all, and it all works a lot smoother than what we're doing, because we were running into some issues before and we just wanted a better way of working it all out. What else do we have? Remy's adding completion tile. Yep, so let me update that. Grab the loot before leaving. Yeah, I remember that. Some of these I'm struggling to remember because I'm a bit sleepy. Finished Abe's teleporter, which is good because Abe was working on teleport range into some issues, and Remy's pretty good with fixing up any issues that either Chris or Abe runs into, or even myself. And Ruben, I worked on some sound effects, just the usual. Remade controls again, I just realized. Resized Ruben's title screen. Chris worked on tutorial art, which is good. Yeah, I remember. Remy's working on some levels, save load. Saw some background music, which is good, and reworked some art, e.g. Chris's coin, and made a cursor. So we made some pretty good progress on the Friday, as you can see. Just not much. The amount that there's actually in the game is pretty limited. So what I do want to say is I probably won't record a playtest, whatever, next weekend, but I will record one next week once we've all handed it all in, because it's going to be quite the crunch at the end. Like, I will explain later. But yeah, we've got some more playtest stuff, what needs to be done, which I will explain here. So getting into here, this is our task log of things that we need to work on. This also helps us know, who's working on what in terms of the game, and if we've made changes, which I have made changes, but I'm going to just bring it up for one of them to change. This shows off what's been done and what needs to be worked on. So green means done, orange means hasn't been started on. This one is primarily done. Levels, health bar hasn't been started. Ruben started this in terms of the design, so green. I don't know why it's called levels. Health bar image is done. UI HUD features, yeah, it's good. Bookwork, nice. Sound effects, it's mostly done, pretty much, I think. Which I seem to have repeated these again, just because we just need the last little bit of like what needs to be done. It controls, I mean, this is done. Yeah, so what we're going to be working on this last week is box collisions. There's an issue where if you hit, like, there's a mummy on the other side of the box isn't going to move, the mummy also doesn't want to move, which is fine, because then you can like move around and then the mummy will follow you and then you can push the block. The issue arises when there is then another block behind the mummy, or like a wall behind the mummy, then the mummy kind of just dies a little bit. Like the AI just breaks a little bit. So that's a pretty major fix required. That's like the only real fix required in terms of gameplay, which is good. So everything mostly is working as it intended. The locked levels, I think, is done, ? I'm pretty sure Remy finished this, which is good. So coins, currency, currently we don't have enough time. We were going to do coins and currency as a score and have stars for when things are completed. That was going to be a really awesome idea. Issue, out of time. When you got a week we gotta, you know, prioritize what needs to be done. So yeah, it's meant to be completed, I just realized. Completed. Completed. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit different. Not sure how we're going to repurpose it. We can talk about it on Wednesday. This is probably going to be a Wednesday job. But yeah. They're working on some stuff in the weekend. Tomorrow morning, I think we're going to be working on some stuff. Chris and myself and maybe a couple others, so it should be good. Sounds and music. It exists as good. It just needs to be implemented. This one's completed. So I just update this quickly just before I forget. Sorry. Levels. We just need one more level to be feature complete. But, you know, if we can get more levels, that would be even better. So the issue with levels is you can only have... If somebody's doing levels, then nobody can be working on the game at all. As levels... You know, if you have assets, you know, you can always relink assets. If you have code, you can always copy and paste code. You can't copy and paste levels, okay? So you run into the issue of if somebody's working on a level, they have to be the only person working on the game. Annoying, but one of those things. So, you know, we're changing that. I mean, we're not changing it. It's just we might have only 5 levels. If we have more time or, you know, maybe, you know, Ruben and I can just spend some time, you know, outside of once we've finished. Maybe others might want to work on it as well. I could continue working on it. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if everybody else will want to be working on this after school's finished for a little bit, just to fully finish it. But we're all very happy with it. But at the moment, there's a couple features gonna be, you know, maybe not so many levels, like 5 levels, stuff like that. Missing assets, yeah, we have to link them. Please get this done, guys. We have a lot of stuff that just needs to be added. Teleporter's done, which is nice. Bookwork, yeah, Ruben and I, we need to get that done. Rube grading, which is what Chris is going to be doing. I don't know if he's just going to be like, you know, making all the colors feel nice and whatnot. And then that's just, once again, Chris maybe working on the boxes. So we got a bit to do with the remaining week, but some of the stuff like bookwork especially Ruben and I can do together, so at any point this week. Yeah, so sorry. I don't know, it's gonna be tricky. There's gonna be some things that we're gonna have to cut from the game, but yeah, I don't know. It should hopefully be all good. I'm pretty happy with the game. I'm very happy with the game, so I should say. But I'm happy with everybody's contributions, and I'm happy with everybody, you know, what we've all done together as a group. It's surpassed what I believe that we could do. But once again, like, I'm not disappointed. I'm more disappointed in the sense of I wish we could have like another month or two and we could like fully make this game just like perfect. But unfortunately, when you got, you know, 4 other assessments all due on the same week, you know, you got to start prioritizing things. And unfortunately, we're all behind in a couple other courses, some of us. But yeah, so it's going to be one of those things. You know, the ideal situation is we have another month or a bit to work on it, maybe a couple of weeks, considering we can focus on it, but I'm not sure. We'll plot that up. But, you know, maybe if we do, then you'll see some more. Otherwise, yeah, maybe I can work on an itch.io page once it's all done, because I don't think we need itch.io for submissions, so expect to see one once we're either feature complete or fully complete. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to end this now. This is much longer than I was planning, 30-minute video, but more content, more to talk about, more to, you know, be interested and listen to. So yeah, hope this was informative. Hope you understand how shit's going, and you know, you're liking it. You know, once again, any suggestions? Probably a bit late now, but you know, if it's something simple, you know, some small touch-ups, you know, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you guys all for watching, and yeah, have a good one. See you. Bye.